Hello and welcome to HMG Strategy's Global Leadership Institute Recognition Program. I'm here with Bipin Jayaraj. Bipin, great to see you. You're a top pick for a mid-cap winner of the HMG Strategy Global Leadership Institute program. Welcome.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you so much. Good morning and nice to meet you.
Hey, tell us a little bit about Rogers. What's so unique about Rogers in your space, your customers, and your mission?
Absolutely. I've been with Rogers for almost a year and a half right now. I joined Rogers, and when I heard the story, it absolutely blew my mind off. Rogers, was originally based or founded in Rogers, Connecticut. Started as a paper mill, but we are right now into specialty materials, engineering materials-based business. In the past 5 years, our biggest growth has been component manufacturing in EV, HEV space, electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicles. We play pretty much, there's a great picture where Rogers play in that spectrum, all the way from ADAS, driving assistance services to thermal runaways for batteries. And so there is a big spectrum of components that we manufacture. The interesting thing about Rogers and what excites me is the innovation that comes with the products that we make. We meet where the customer wants us, to the stringent quality that they expect us to. And the fact that I said, they started as a paper mill, and we are still relevant after 185 years, innovating in all the latest and greatest technologies. That's what is exciting.
Well, but how do you stay on the cutting edge? I mean, you're what an amazing company, and you have some fascinating customers. I love your mission, the three things that characterize Rogers. Let it rip.
It's like what you said. It's quality. It's meeting the customer. At the end of the day, all the conversations comes down to what does the customer really need, and how can we provide that with the right quality. I mean, because the component manufacturing or the engineering material space, as you know, is pretty crowded. There's a lot of competition, and quality is something that sets us apart. And we have some of our beautiful mission statements like simply improve, and things like that, which enable us to do the right thing for the customers. And it seeps through across departments. As you do for your customers. When you look at from an IT perspective, our business is our customer, and we are held to the same similar metrics and expectations that the company has for external customers too.
Great stuff, Bipin. Hey, how would you characterize your leadership style, and what is it like working with your CEO and C-suite?
My leadership style from an IT perspective, I would say it's a very collaborative. I start off with relationship building, understanding the business language first. So most of my first 6 months of my time spent in Rogers was going across, meeting various operational leaders, visiting the manufacturing factories, floors, and trying to get the business language right. I think once you get that, and then you can weave in your conversations to help them understand how IT can help, and the intersection points of where we can add value. So back to your question about leadership style. It's as one mentor told me, and I always hold this close to me. At the end of the day, you're still doing a sales job, and as an IT leader, you're managing up, you're selling upwards of your vision, what it is. You're selling the same thing to your peers, and of course, then you're selling your vision to the team downwards. So it's a multi-directional selling that you're doing, internally for you to be a good leader and to make sure that the execution meets the strategy that the company sets for.
I love that. It really is about presenting a compelling vision, storytelling, and selling. It's okay to use that word, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it definitely has a different connotation, but my point is that, as you rightly said, you are selling your vision to the board, who matters to sponsor your journey, to the CEOs, CFOs, make sure that the investments are right. You're quote unquote again then selling to your peers so that they are in that journey with you. I mean, you cannot do a digital transformation journey if your peers are not level set with you. And it's the same thing down. it's no longer a top-down approach. It has to be a meeting of top-down versus bottoms-up approach, where you're then now convincing slash bringing towards or building high-performing teams and quote unquote selling that vision that you sold to the board to make it now executed. So
thank you, Bipin. Hey, cyber matters, securing the enterprise matters. What keeps you up at night regarding cyber and keeping the enterprise safe and secure?
What keeps me up at night nowadays is a random Android TV connected in some place in Southeast Asia to the internet, honestly, because that's where the attacks or the simulations, those are the risk areas. We seem to be fine with the core applications and so on and so forth, but where we are losing sleep right now is the connections that we don't monitor on a regular basis, things that you don't feel that should be. Yes, of course it is within your network. You've connected your one of your monitors or TVs to an IP address that might send out signals and so on. IT and OT or operations technology conversation is very high with respect to manufacturing, and definitely like a mid-cap company like ours, where you're expecting a lot of value add slash operational efficiencies to happen through operational technologies. And IT has to play a big hand there, working with our operation leaders to make sure that there is no mission as rogue sending data that shouldn't be sent out.
Bipin, great to see you. Congratulations on the recognition. And thank you very much. You've been a great friend for years.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you. Really appreciate the HMG group for the acknowledgement and appreciation. This goes back to my team who's behind me. I always say this to my team. I'm the pretty face in front, but there's a big army behind me who actually do all the work. So it makes it easy for me. Thank you again.
Great stuff.